Hi everybody, welcome to Onetutor. My name is Olaleye. Do you sometimes worry that you're not communicating as you should in the workplace? Do you sometimes worry that when you get together with old and new people, perhaps your friends, perhaps people you've just recently met, perhaps people you work with, perhaps you talk on the telephone, perhaps you write, for personal reasons, for work reasons, and so on. But you sometimes have that feeling that you are not communicating in the best way. Perhaps when you speak, you feel you don't have a wide range of vocabulary, and you feel that's affecting you when you communicate. Well, I have news for you today that sometimes when people communicate, they like to use I think all the time. I think all the time. You ask the question, what's your view about something? You say, the first thing that comes to your mind is, I think. You ask another question, perhaps, how do you feel about a certain issue? The next thing that comes to your mind is, I think. And it has become a habit to use I think all the time. Well, I do find out that it's not that people don't have other alternatives to say or to express how they feel. But it has become like a habit because you feel I think, you feel I think has never let you down, and you feel it, you communicate better, you remember better when you use I think. Well, I think is good, but the problem would be or might be when you abuse I think, when you use I think all the time without varying your vocabulary, without varying vocabularies which you can use to communicate how you feel, to give your opinion with regards certain issues. There are necessities for us to communicate, perhaps in the workplace, perhaps at the university, perhaps at your college, perhaps when you meet new people, perhaps when you are being asked a question. You need to communicate, but somehow you feel that you are not communicating as effectively as you should. Perhaps you don't know it, perhaps you do know it. But today we're going to have a look at what you could use that can substitute I think, so that when you speak with people, you are showing that you have a wide range of vocabulary with regards to how you can give your opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to substitute I think, if you ask a question or your opinion with regards to something, simply just change I think. You can start out with the one that you know, which is I think. If you ask another question, another opinion, it's best to change it to I suppose. Please repeat with me, I suppose. And of course, if you have to give an opinion again, you can simply change that to I guess. So we have I suppose, I guess, I imagine that. Please repeat with me, I imagine that. We can also use I imagine that to give your opinion. You can also change that to I feel that. I feel that. You can also change it to broadly speaking. Broadly speaking. You can also change it to it strikes me that. It strikes me that. You can also change it to generally speaking. Generally speaking. You can also change that to as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned. You can use all these to communicate or to give or to express your opinion with regards to any issue at all. You can also change that to essentially. Essentially. You can change that to principally. Principally. You can also change that to in my view. In my view. You can also change that to be frank. To be frank. You can also change that to personally speaking. Personally speaking. You can change that also to frankly speaking. Frankly speaking. You can also change that to basically. Basically. So if you ask a question, what's your view with regards to global warming? You can start by saying, Basically, we could solve the problem of global warming. You could start out also in that sense. So ladies and gentlemen, you have a lot of alternatives. You have a lot of options that you can use to give your opinion. I'll give you a practical example. For example, Monday through Friday, or let's just say Monday to Sunday. If I wore this jumper every day, of course, perhaps it's the only thing that I have, or perhaps I just like the color and I have it on all the time because somehow I feel I like it, I feel comfortable wearing it because it suits me, it fits me, I like the color, and of course, somehow I got stuck or I got used to wearing it. Perhaps, I like it, I feel comfortable with it, but to other people, I might be sending a sort of a different kind of message. And the message could be that I have just these to wear. The message could be that he's not clean, and so on. People could have different perspectives with regards to why I wear these jumper all the time. It's the same thing with your vocabulary. It's not that you don't have other options or you don't have varieties, but you feel comfortable using think, I think. Well, in order to speak efficiently, effectively, and to be able to show that you have a wide range of vocabulary, it's always advisable to use the vocabularies I've just mentioned now. If you alternate them every time, you will speak a lot better, you will communicate a lot better, you will be understood, or you would want to be listened to all the time. Because people would have the impression that, well, you have a lot of vocabulary. And one thing I always say, just as an extra, is, every minute you ask a question. When you ask a question, please make sure you change the vocabulary every time. Don't use the same one. Try and alternate. Because when you alternate, it shows variety. It shows that you have a wide range of vocabulary. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, change your vocabulary. Change your vocabulary when you give your opinion about anything at school, at the workplace, when you meet new people, when you're at the cafe, when you are talking to someone that you've never spoken to before, and you are giving your opinion, perhaps on the train, perhaps on the plane, perhaps you're on the coach, perhaps you're going somewhere, and you just got into conversation with someone. It's always advisable to make sure you alternate your vocabulary. Just change so that you're not coming across as being flat. You're coming across as someone that's got a lot of vocabularies, a lot of varieties. You have variety when you speak, and that's a good thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. And if you find this video very useful, kindly subscribe to the channel down here somewhere. Just subscribe down here somewhere. I'll also appreciate and love to hear from you in the comment section. If there's something you'd like to share, perhaps you'd like to tell me or to engage with me and also the community with regards to how effective this video or how this video has helped you to be able to speak better in various situations, it will be welcome, and it's going to be a great thing to hear from you, to have the opportunity to engage with you now and also in the following videos that we're going to have. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for watching, and make sure you change your vocabulary. All right, keep Mr. I think, but just make sure you have a different alternative. Take care.